up there in Green Bay, Wisconsin, between the Packers and quarterback Aaron Rodgers. As we remember on draft night, the huge news was Rodgers and the report saying that he wants out of Green Bay and that he does not want to play another snap in a Green Bay Packers jersey. Well, the standoff continues this week, and former players and coaches continue to chime in. Former teammate John Kuhn, who former fullback who everyone loved saying and just cheering his name after catching a 4 or 5 yard pass in his not too long ago, he spoke on the radio on Friday, and he believes that there's, quote, somewhere around a 70 to 75% chance that Aaron Rodgers is the starting quarterback for the Packers this season. And, quote, former Packers head coach Mike Holmgren, he says that he's not impressed with how Green Bay has handled this situation, saying that they aren't handling Rodgers well and trying to keep their franchise quarterback happy. We've heard from Brett Favre, who was a former teammate of Aaron Rodgers, someone that Aaron sat behind as the backup quarterback. Brett Favre has said that his gut tells him that Aaron Rodgers will not play again for the Green Bay Packers. Jimmy, I'll start with you first. In your opinion, can Rodgers and the Packers salvage this relationship?
Well, before I answer that question, where did John Kuhn get that number? 70, 75%? What is he, like, predicting rain? I don't know what he's doing. Look, I think Rodgers is done there. I don't think he wants to go back. I said it last week. I don't see this as a negotiating tactic. I don't see this as him, holding this as leverage against the Packers for a contract negotiation. I really think he wants out. And what will be interesting to watch in the coming weeks and months is you have one side, Aaron Rodgers, who really wants to get out and wants to, I think, do it sooner rather than later. And you've got another side in the Green Bay Packers that's saying, no, we are not trading him. We are remaining steadfast in our commitment to Aaron Rodgers. He's our starting quarterback, and he will be for years to come. So what it comes to, at least as I look at it, is will he at some point eventually withhold his services? Will he say, you know what? I'm not going back there. They're not trading me. I'm going to do what Le'Veon Bell did a couple years ago. I'm going to sit out. And I don't know if he will get to that point, but that's something to watch because he has, it seems, and he's not speaking publicly. He kind of had a pretty weaselly line, I thought, at the Kentucky Derby when he said that, oh, I'm sorry that it got out at this particular time, which is, I guess, just a happy accident considering that the draft was literally 4 hours after that initial report. But I really don't think he wants to go back there. And I think going out there, doing what he has done, I think he leaked it personally. I mean, that story doesn't just get out. I mean, maybe Adam Schefter found it out entirely on his own. I don't know. Probably at least got nudged, if we're being honest. And look, that story doesn't get out from a guy who really wants to stay there. So I think he's done. Where he winds up going is odd because there's not an obvious fit to me. But I think he just so badly wants out of Green Bay that he will do that, by the way, whether he's playing in 2021 or not.
I think you really hit the nail on the head with specifically that last point, Jimmy. But yeah, I agree. I think Aaron is really just done with Green Bay. And to be honest, I can't really blame him just for the fact that they really have not done anything in the last, what was that, 10 years ago they won the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
In the last 10 years, they have done little to nothing to try and build around him to get there again. You let go of Mike McCarthy, sure, but not really much other than that, I would say. I think he really feels like, because let's be real, when it comes down to things, we talk about Peyton Manning, we talk about Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers is up there too. And the Green Bay Packers, I think a lot of the time, don't treat him like that. And good on him for understanding where he is, his place in that, and for understanding that he can and should get out of that situation. Now, I think you made a really good point, Jimmy, because at first you think, oh, maybe there's nowhere really right for him to land right now, although I can think of a lot of teams that could replace their current quarterback with Aaron Rodgers and do better. But I think from the way it sounds, I think Aaron Rodgers will be much more willing, Andrew, to sit out 2021 than have to go play in Green Bay again.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if Jeopardy gives Aaron Rodgers a call and says, you know what, you don't even have to worry about, sitting at home doing nothing and not playing football, you can come in and it's not every day. I think Jeopardy, it's like a certain amount of period of time where they record all the episodes. So it's not time consuming for Aaron Rodgers. It's something that can put money in his pocket and also give him satisfaction. It looks like that's what he wants to do his career after football. Hosting Jeopardy is something that's realistically on the table. But I've heard all week, and since the initial report came out, and everyone's kind of given the analogy of a relationship. And it's so correct in that way. If you treat your significant other wrong, if you don't take their input into account, if you don't listen to them, if you do things that they ask you not to do and you do it anyway over a decade's worth of time, then you can't be surprised when your significant other tells you they want out. They don't want to be in this relationship with you anymore. They want to find greener pastures elsewhere. And now Green Bay, their upper management saying, wait, what's going on? We thought it was all good. We're not letting you go. But if Aaron Rodgers isn't going to play for you, and knowing that you could potentially get a king's ransom for him, Jimmy, and some of the teams who might be willing to part ways and mortgage their future because they know if they add Aaron Rodgers, they're automatically in the conversation to win a Super Bowl. I think as time progresses, and also after June 1st, I believe, they take less of a cap hit if they were to deal Rodgers. So I think maybe Green Bay is also waiting for that deadline to pass so that it won't be a big of a hit on their cap space and their cap room moving forward if they ultimately part ways with Rodgers. But Jimmy, it's something that for Green Bay, they shouldn't be shocked on how things have unraveled and how they've unfolded. They have put themselves in this position, and this is their bed to lie in. And Aaron Rodgers, he's going to be good. He's leaving. If it's not football, it's going to be hosting Jeopardy or doing some sort of other venture, because as mundane as I think is quiet and relaxed, I think a lot of people don't love Aaron Rodgers' personality, but for some reason, he's someone that is going to get opportunities. It's just going to happen, whether it be Jeopardy or something else. So Jimmy, it's just Green Bay shouldn't be surprised at this. This was going to happen. This was in the making. And right now, you just can't be shocked or taken aback that Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to be there anymore.
There was a really good analogy the other day that Mina Kimes made on ESPN. She was talking about the Packers front office, and she likened it to the Wall Street madness from a few months ago, in that the Packers, after 2019, shorted Aaron Rodgers' stock, basically. They looked at him that season. His numbers were down. He did not look like the guy that we had come to know, or the guy that we saw in 2020. And they shorted the stock, and they said, we need to go get a quarterback. And they traded up in the back of the first round for Jordan Love, who is not ready to play right now. Didn't get to play in any preseason games last year. So nobody knows what the Packers have in Jordan Love. The Packers don't know what the Packers have in Jordan Love, but they shorted the stock because they saw how Aaron Rodgers was playing, and Aaron Rodgers' 2020 season is roughly equivalent to the Reddit boys just launching GameStop to the moon, essentially. And now you have a guy in Aaron Rodgers who, maybe because the Packers drafted Jordan Love, goes out, has the best year of his career, wins MVP again. And now it's like, wow, okay, this guy's in the upper echelon of NFL quarterbacks again. And your bet in the short term may have worked with shorting the Aaron Rodgers stock, but in the long term, you have a guy who is possibly alienated to the point of no return with that front office. So I think short term, you got what you needed out of it. You kicked the field goal when you were down 8, which was disastrously bad for a number of reasons. A guy made fun of Aaron Rodgers for that on Jeopardy. He may have changed the NFL offseason. I don't know. But nonetheless, they shorted the stock, they lost, and now they're dealing with it, essentially.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dylan.
Oh, yeah. I just think it is absolutely – what world are we living in where we're having a conversation about an NFL quarterback where he might go – Aaron Rodgers of all people, too. You can rank him as high as you'd like in that top 10 of NFL quarterbacks, and that you can make an argument for it. And one of his potential options is to host Jeopardy.
I can't believe we're talking about Jeopardy in this context. It's like totally.
Yeah, I know Jimmy loves this right now.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and we all love Jeopardy. And I'd love to see Aaron Rodgers host Jeopardy. I would love to see someone from the sports world, just in general, host Jeopardy. I think it would be fantastic. It would make the contestants not knowing sports questions much funnier.
Yeah,
but that is beside the point. I think Jimmy made a lot of really good points, pointing out Mina Kimes' analogy about the stock market. It's incredibly similar. But I just think that there's a certain level of real disrespect the Packers showed Aaron Rodgers. Man, you have one bad season in 2019, and all of a sudden, everyone's going to turn on you. You are a generational quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. This is it. It really upsets me for his sake, quite frankly, that he's being treated like this.
Yeah, I mean, you go almost a decade drafting a defensive player in the first round, and the minute you decide to go offense, you draft Aaron Rodgers' replacement down the line. Again, there's that that classic saying, you never know what you have until it's gone. And for Green Bay, that realization is going to come sooner rather than later.